What is going on, everybody? A little quick video I figured I'd do. Obviously I have one of my daughters out here. This is Beatrix. Hi. Yeah, Mommy's doing laundry, so I figured I'd sneak out here for a few minutes to try and do a little quick that's right. Video. Yep, there's the plants over there. I figured I'd do a quick sort of update on how some of the things are going on. It is, as of right now, October 8th, and garden's still doing pretty good. I'm over here by what's left of my peppers. I have, I think 10 pepper plants left. They're all, well, you can't see, they're not dying. They're so loaded with peppers that they can barely sit upright. I mean, geez, I don't even know if you can even see this properly. Let me just, you know what? Here's an easy one. Peppers like this, good sized peppers. I got like 25 of them on there still. You want to hold it? Yeah. I've got all my holy moly peppers, which, you know, I'd prefer to let them dry and then use them as seasonings, but I've got, no exaggeration, probably 80 of them on there, so I might just use this one up, or might even waste it and put it in compost. I've got so many, it's unreal. Suffice it to say, it's October, and it is, yeah, it's October, and we're still producing very well. So I'm just gonna, you know, hop around the garden a little bit, show you what's growing, we'll show you what's not growing so well. It is pretty late in the season, so things are gonna start dying. That's just the nature of the game. But until we get that frost, it's gonna keep on going. So let's get to it. Alright, so as you can see right here, these are my first batch of fall peas, and they are gorgeous. They are growing so much better than my spring peas, it's unreal. I mean, you can see, I'm just 6 foot tall. I'm not exactly the tallest person on the planet, but these things are almost taller than me, and they're only gonna get bigger. They are doing phenomenally well, and every one of these flowers, that's gonna be a nice snap pea, and I love snap peas. There's one thing I like to eat in the garden while I'm walking around, it's the peas. They're sweet. I mean, you can even use the tendrils and the leaves. Ooh, hello there, little bee. But perfect all around. And I've got 3 more boxes of these, so I'm actually excited for it. Yeah? What'd you say? All right, let's go around. All right, here's box number 1 of some radishes. I don't have your standard radishes in this box. I believe it is all white icicle radishes, Japanese spicy radishes. I have a few daikons in here as well, and I'm gonna let those get bigger, but the rest of these, that's delicious. But the rest of them, they're I mean, it's just, you know, a random variety that I prefer. Some of my wife's family, they like the spicy radishes too, so I'm gonna give some of these away too. Maybe try and make some kimchi. I'm trying to do a lot of like fermented stuff this year, so we'll see how it goes. But this is box number 1, and I mean, they're thriving, and they're not going to go to waste whatsoever. The colder it gets, just the better tasting they're going to get. They love this kind of weather, so it's, yeah, perfect. I love it. Is it good? Yeah? Alright, we're kind of nestled back behind some of our plants here. Now obviously these are gone to flower, but these pak choi, every bit of this plant is edible. The stalk, the leaf, the flowers, added to soups, it's perfect. And that's what I've been doing. I've been going through and just cutting the base stalks off, the base leaves, and adding it to a stir fry, salads, anything possible. They're getting sweeter with the cold, and it is actually, it's just such a versatile plant. I can even make some sauerkraut out of it. It's perfect. Let's see, what else we got here? Oh, my cilantro. Now, a lot of this is starting to bolt, but I'm okay with that because I've got so much cilantro in here, there's no way I'm going to use it all. But I will definitely use all those seeds for next year, so I'm more than excited for it. Mwah! Thank you. Nestled in here is the one Brussels sprout plant that we still have left. They got decimated early on with by the grasshoppers, and they just killed them all off, but they're pretty much gone now. So this little guy's going to thrive. The only problem is, I don't think it's going to matter at this point, because, you know, Brussels sprouts, they require about 100 days, 90 to 100 days to get the sprouts, and I just don't have that kind of time left. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's move around. All right, we're here by one of our 2 boxes of turnips, and we planted these about midway through June, so they're getting along pretty well. He's gonna run around. You gonna run around? Watch out! But they're actually starting to swell up pretty good. I thinned them out pretty aggressively, so each box I probably have about 40 rutabagas per, and you know that's more than enough. And I'll be harvesting these on and off all the way through fall into winter, so it'll be a nice thing to pull out of the garden December and make a stew, make a soup, and call it a day. They good? You come here? Come here! Because right next to these is another plant we're going to look at. Alright, this gets you a little bit better. I don't know if any of you have seen the video where I showed my okra the first time, but it was itty bitty. My okra is now almost 6 feet tall. I didn't know okra got this tall. First time I've tried to grow okra of this variety. It's a thornless okra. I thought that was actually supposed to be more of a shrubbing okra, but clearly I'm wrong. The cold is slowing it down, but I am still producing. Here's some of the pods right here. But yeah, it's not dying yet. It's starting to show little brown spots and with age and everything else. But until it freezes, I'm just going to keep on growing it. Why not? I'm not going to cut it out until it starts to yellow and wither. So let's see what else we got. You got tomato? You got tomato? Bring it here. My daughter's found a tomato. Must have fallen, or the squirrels must have got it. I'm trying to get rid of those guys, but they just keep on coming. Yeah, you got a tomato. Bring it over here. Over here we have probably about 25, 30 yellow wax bean plants, and they're actually starting to produce pretty well. So I'm actually pretty happy with how they're turning out. They're good too. Oh, what else we got around here? Oh, well, obviously, if I pull this up a little bit more, my tomatoes aren't doing that great anymore, but they are still producing. And they're 12 feet tall now. They go straight over the trellis. I mean, you know what? Let's see here. Without making this too bumpy, let's see if I can't do this. They're trellising up and over. I've got tomatoes over my head. Tomatoes here, tomatoes. Oh, that one was bad, but there's still plenty of them. I've got my larger cherry tomatoes. I've got some early girls, which I replanted because I felt like doing it. And baby girl, you found a bad tomato. Let's give that to the animals. I've got my early girls. I got some beefsteaks still going, and some Romas that are still going too. But until the first frost kills everything, I'm not pulling anything out. I'm gonna let it all go because I still have a lot of produce out here. I'm over 700 pounds of produce if you count pumpkins, and you're damn right I'm counting the pumpkins. I grew them. Why not? But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good out here. Let's see what else we got. Batch number 1 of my fall carrots. They're actually thriving really, really well in there. It's actually the exact same spot my first batch of spring carrots were at. But I just, added some fertilizer to the soil, some little bit more compost, and I just threw them back in there because they did so well in this box that I just wanted to try it again. And I'm really happy I did because they look good. You got that, Mater? Come here, bring it over here. Come here. Oh, thank you. Little bee picked herself a tomato. Let me see that one. Oh, you squished it at that one. You can't squish it. You can't squish it. Well, she made ketchup, but it's okay. Show ketchup. Show the ketchups. Yep, she squished it. Alright, let's see what else we got going on. Alright, over here we have kind of an assortment. I've got a thorned okra, which obviously didn't get near as tall, but I also planted it far later than everything else. I've got some ribbed kale in there, and I have borage. Borage is like a cucumber plant. Very pretty flowers. Everything on this plant is edible. Has a very cucumbery flavor, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Gives the bees something else to nibble on, and for me too. I actually plan on using this tonight, which delicious. In this box we actually have quite a few beets that I actually still need to thin out. They're actually quite thick in here. I also have a few of the traditional radishes. I've got like cherry bells and things like that. Oh, you gonna help? You gonna help? Here you go. Here, let's thin that one out. Take that. No, don't climb in there. You don't want to climb in the box. Take the beet. You grab the beet? No? That's fine. Yeah, that's dirt. Lots of dirt. Are you gonna plant the tomato? It's in her blood. She's 1 year old and she's already figuring out, you put a tomato in the ground, you get a tomato plant. I'm proud. But in here, you know, like I said, we've got quite a few beets that still need to be thinned out. I wipe your hand off. We've got some cherry bells, some cherry giant radishes, and I think that's it. I actually probably need to go through and put something else in between the rows. I am running out of time though, so it's going to be something quick growing. So it's probably going to be more radishes. Now, granted, I'm actually happy I went as crazy as I did this spring on seed, because I mean, I've been able to grow so many of these things that I normally don't. So, you know, more power to it. Let's see what else we got. In this box I've got, more collard greens. I've got kale. I've got Swiss chard. I've got beets that I'm using mostly for greens at this point. But these are my big ones. These are the ones that I prepared specifically to get me through winter. And they are, well, let's see. Can't see my head, but you can see where my hips are. They're 3.5 feet tall now. So, I mean, they're ready. If I lose my other box of collard greens because they're still young, I'm not going to lose these. So I'm going to have greens throughout winter, which is a big thing. I like eating healthy, and easy way of eating healthy is growing your own stuff. It's cheaper. Try it. I love it. Everyone should do it. But it's just an easy way of making sure that I get to eat healthy, my family gets to eat healthy, and we get to go outside and garden. So what's not to love about it? Okay, here I have my first batch of spinach. I only planted this a few weeks ago because it was still too damn hot. But the spinach actually looks like it's actually started to set in really well. I've got some mature leaves going. I've got mature leaves setting on, so at this point it's all just about, you know, waiting and letting the plant do its thing. It's going to do even better during the winter time and fall, so I have no worries whatsoever. There is another plant right here, and it's more of an accident. This is actually where I laid all of my radish, my old radishes that went to seed, and I didn't get to all of them to get all the seed. So I've got this nice carpet of radish plants that I don't know if they're going to get very big, but you know, push come to shove, I'll saute them up and call it a day. It's just funny that even stuff I'm trying not to grow is growing for me. This year just can't get better. I mean this year may be bad politically, maybe coronavirus and everything else, but my plants just don't want to stop. So I'll take it. Seems like I ran out of time. My youngest daughter decided that she's ready to go inside. So I'm gonna hurry and cut this one a little bit short. But just remember, it's October. I'm still producing lots of stuff. You can too. Maybe next year we can get into a few more things to get you deeper in growing as much stuff as you can. But until next time, happy gardening.